Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you the best way to make dreadlocks and also discussing all the other different ways that you can do it because I realise there isn't a video on YouTube which tells you all the different ways you can do it, and there are a lot of ways. As you can see, I've got a full head of dreads. I made them all myself. I've got 60 double ends in, but that is equivalent to about 120 single dreadlocks. So it depends what you really want to go for. But it's a really good way to have your own sort of style and just be yourself, and it's quite cheap to make them yourself. If you buy them online or in other shops, it can be up to about £80 for 20 depending on the quality that you're getting, when really you can make them for about 25 quid, which is how much it cost me to make mine, to make 120. So just tie them back so they're out of the way. What you'll need is some of this stuff. It doesn't have to be braid now, but you can buy packs of hair from hair shops. It cost me about £2 per pack, and for the ones on my head I used about 15 packets. But you might not need that many. You can get about 6 to a pack depending how thick you want your dreadlocks or how long you want them. You can halve the hair and have shorter dreadlocks than mine, because mine go right down my back. I can sit on them. But if you want shorter dreadlocks, you can get about 12. If you want long dreadlocks but you want them thin, you can get about 6 to a pack, double-ended. If you want long, thick ones like me, I made 3 to a packet to get them quite chunky, because I like them like that. So the best way I think to make dreadlocks is, and that is what the end product will look like. Some few I made earlier. So yeah, best way to make it is you separate a piece of the hair from that packet and attach them to something. I attached it to a dining room chair, just with the elastic band that comes in the packet. Just attached it to one of the bars. But I know people who use coat hangers. I know people who do it between the knees. So anyway, you can get it, door handle, stuff like that. So you fold it in half and you attach it to the chair, and then you just put one side of that out of the way. Then you get the one side that you've got loose, and then you back comb it as much as you can. The more you back comb it, the thicker your dreadlock will be, and the tighter it will be. It'll stop it unraveling. So you just back comb it as much as you can until you get bored or strained in the wrist, because it will get strenuous after a while. Once you've back combed it, that'll do for now. You get an old bottle, mine's for Febreze, and you just spray the loose hair all the way down, and then you start twisting it. And then I think it works best to use hair straighteners. So you just get your hair straighteners, starting at the top, and steam them. This is called sealing it. And you just keep doing that all the way down. It will crackle. And I think this is the best way because it's applying heat directly to the dreadlock. Make sure you use water, otherwise it'll melt. Which is, you only want to do that at the very, very tip to stop it unraveling. But you do this all the way down. That's the start with your dreadlock. And then you flip it and you do the other side. And once you've done that, you'll get a dreadlock that looks like that. If you want to make singles, all you do is you do the same, you make a loop. If you do a single, you need something that you can slide it off, but on this you can just untie it. If you're doing a single, you wrap it round, you make a loop at the top, and then when you're dreadlocking it, you dread those two bits together. To apply a single to your head, you just thread your natural hair through the loop and elastic band it at the top. It's really simple to put in, but I personally think that they don't look as good when it comes to the roots. They don't look as real, I think. So it depends what you're really looking for from a dreadlock. I'll show you how to put one in now. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm going to tell you the best way to make dreadlocks. This is my favourite method. I think they're tighter, they last longer, they really are the best, I think. But if you can't straighten them or find the way to do it like this, you can also try backcombing, twisting, wrap it in a damp towel, and then iron them. It does the same job, it steams them, but they're a bit flat. It depends what you want really. It does the job. I think it's a bit faster because you can do more than one at once, but I just don't think they look as good. You can also use an actual steamer, like a clothes steamer, wallpaper steamer. Again, I don't think that works just as well, unless you've got one that you can twist as you run it through the steamer. But some of them you actually have to apply pressure and then it makes them flat, and I don't like that. I like them nice and round, like that. These ones I've made 6 to 1 packet of hair, and that's the sort of thickness you're looking at, like that. You get quite thin towards the end. The ones on my head, 3 to a pack, and those are much thicker, as you can see. And I'll show you how to put it in. Just apply one to my fringe, just so you can see. To fix them to your hair, you're going to need some of these tiny little rubber bands. I've got white ones for my white side of dreadlocks, and I've got black ones. You can get them in most colours, but just use black, you can't really tell anyway. Yeah. So what you do is this side, that would help. Get a piece of hair about a square inch on your scalp, like that. Don't know if you can see. And then you separate it into 2 bits, like that. I'm going the wrong way, there we go. 2 separate bits. Fold the dreadlock in half, and then you put it down the middle of that piece of hair. Half of it just out of the way, around the back of your head. And then with the other side of the dreadlock, you just start plaiting as close to your scalp as you can. That'd help if it stayed up there. Yeah, just plait as far down as your hair goes. Helps my hair's black because you can really see what I'm doing. And then you join the 2 ends at the bottom, that way again, like that. Press it against the dreadlock, and then you get one of your tiny little rubber bands, and then you just wrap it round and just walk it down the hair, because if the band's all tied in one place then it makes it quite loose and easy to slip out. But if you walk it down there, and then that comes forward, and that's one dreadlock in, like that. If you have really short hair, the best way to put it in is you spray your hair with water and then put a tiny little bit of gel in with the water so it's like diluted. Then you do again, you get the square inch of hair, separate it, put the dreadlock in between, but instead of applying it down, you get one of your tiny little bands, you tie your hair in a tiny little ponytail next to the dreadlock, and then instead of applying it down, you just use another band and another band until your hair is completely attached to the dreadlock, working your way down with the ponytail, just attaching it to that. And it works really well. If you want these to be extra secure, you can do what we call double banding, which is, again, you do the ponytail at the top and then you plait and then you do another one at the bottom, elastic band. That's called double banding. and it means that they're really secure in your hair. You can leave dreadlocks in your hair for about 3 months, and then it's advised that you take them out in order to keep your hair really clean and healthy. Otherwise, it'll start to pull, get too heavy. So leave them in for about 3 months, and then take them out. Let your head breathe for about a week, and then you can put them straight back in again. It's really easy. You might want to get someone else to help you with the back of your head, because it took me 7 hours to get these dreadlocks in. But when I did it for my friend who has fluorescent green dreadlocks, it took me about 2 hours to do a whole head for her. People say that they're uncomfortable to sleep in, but they aren't really. Just tie them back, like I have mine in a ponytail, and that's quite makes it a lot more comfortable to sleep in. It's actually like having a pillow attached to your head. They're really nice. So if anybody has any questions about making dreadlocks, attaching dreadlocks, anything like that, don't hesitate to get in touch, because I like to think of myself as a little bit of an expert. So I hope I've answered all your questions and helped you out there, and bye for now.